Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Today I'm going to be making iced buns or iced fingers. My husband and I watched Great British Bake Off Stand Up to Cancer last night on catch up, and it was the technical challenge, and seeing as I've never made them before, I thought, oh, here's something new. So that's what I'm doing today. So I'll just go through the ingredients with you. I've got 250 grams of strong white flour, so bread flour. I've got 1 sachet of yeast, which is 7 grams. I have got 20 grams of softened butter. I've got a beaten egg. I've got 80 mils of warm milk. I've got 50 mils of tepid water. I've got a little bit of salt, and I've got how many grams? 20 grams of caster sugar. I've got a little bit of oil for oiling the bowl. It does need to be done in a stand mixer unless you're really prepared to get messy, because it's an enriched dough and it's very sticky. You are going to need to set your oven onto gas mark 7, which is 210 degrees C, and then you're also going to need an oiled baking sheet. This makes 6, which I think is probably more than enough. So yes, I will get cracking. So let me just move that charger out of the way. Into my stand mixer, I'm going to add all of the dry ingredients. So that is the flour, the sugar, the yeast, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to put that to the other side of the yeast. And let me just check, because I may need to put the butter in right now. Dry ingredients, add the egg, butter, milk and half of the water. So I'm going to give this a little stir. I'll just use the dough hook to do that. So pop in the softened butter, and set it on very low. Pop in the beaten egg, don't want to waste any of that yolky goodness. Yolk, silent L, yolk. And the milk, and then half of the water. That's about half. And I'm going to let that combine. As soon as it comes together, I'm then going to put the rest of the water in. Just starting to come together there. I'm so impatient. The rest of the water's going in now. Much better. And then I'm going to set that on to medium speed for 8 minutes. I will be back soon. So that's had its 8 minutes. Ooh, that's lovely. Look how stretchy that is. So I'm just going to remove it off the hook. And put a tiny little bit of oil just down on there. Where's my spatula? It had come away lovely and cleanly from the sides, and then with moving it, it's stuck again. So I'm going to pop a little bit of oil just into the bowl. Give it a good rub all the way up to the top. Oh, lovely. I'll give that a little turn by hand, just for a minute, well, a few seconds. And then that is going to sit in that bowl with some cling film on. In a nice warm place, which is going to be on my grill door because the oven's on, so that's nice and toasty warm there. And that's going to sit till it's risen in size to about double. It only needs 45 minutes this time. So I will see you soon. So that has had its 45 minutes. Ooh. So we are going to put a light dusting of flour down and then punch it. And then I'm just going to knead it just for a minute or so. Ew. Obviously I should have removed my jewellery before I started this, but my hands were super clean. Let me just get my bench scraper. There is my bench scraper. There is my bench scraper. And then this is going to get divided into 6 equal portions. They're about equal. Yeah, I'm not going to weigh them. I mean, they're just for this afternoon because we're having a tea party online, so that should be fun with party light. Looking forward to it. So I'm going to turn these into balls. And then apparently stretch them out to a finger shape. So how are we reckoning with this? Just this? Yeah, that'll do. I'll give it a little tuck. So the seam, I don't know if you can see that. So the seam is at the bottom. And then place it onto my greased tray. And apparently you want them so they are almost touching-ish, so they kind of touch each other whilst they're baking, according to Paul Hollywood. This is his recipe. I'm going to have to redo this one because that's just no good whatsoever. That's slightly better. Right, back in a minute. So that's them done. Now, Mr. Hollywood says to put them in a proving bag. I don't have a proving bag. I do have my cling film. So I'm going to give it a light oil, just so it doesn't stick. And then, when I find my oil, and then just lay that over the top. And then we're going to set them to prove again for about 30 minutes in a nice warm space away from drafts. There we go. Oh, it's like sellotape when that happens, isn't it? So, just leave that on there, just to nicely do its little thing. So I don't want that tight. There's plenty of room for it to rise. Let's see if I can make a little tent. There we go. Okay, I'll be back in approximately 30 minutes. So they have had their 30 minutes, nicely proven and doubled in size. So slightly wonky. Oh well. So these are going to have 10 minutes in the hot oven. So like I said before, gas mark 7, 210. Go. I'll set them for 10 minutes and then I will be back. Hopefully they've worked. I haven't burned them. Ooh. Huzzah. Yay. Pleased with them. Yep, they sound nice and hollow. So I'm going to leave them there to cool. And once they are done, once they're cooled, I am going to make some Chantilly cream, which sounds really posh, but it's literally ice and sugar, double cream, ice and sugar, and vanilla extract. That's Chantilly cream. That's it. So when everything sounds really super posh, and that, it's literally not. It's just sweetened cream with a bit of vanilla flavour. Oh, my phone keeps going on to low battery. And then we're also doing a glaze for the top, and we need some strawberry jam, which I've still got some strawberry jam left from doing the Jammy Dodgers. And the recipe calls for fondant icing, like the pourable type, which you can buy. Silver Spoon make it. However, I don't have any in, and I didn't realise that that's actually what I needed. So basically, pourable fondant icing has glucose added to it. So I'm just going to make up some regular glassy icing, which is just ice and sugar and a teaspoon of water. And I'm going to pop a little bit of glucose in it. This is the Dr. Oetker liquid glucose. So I'm going to pop some of that in it, and hopefully that'll work. So yeah, I will come back and we'll fill them and it'll all be great, hopefully. Okay, bye. Hi, so they are nice and cold. I have mixed up my fondant icing, pourable fondant icing. So I used 250 grams of icing sugar, 2 tablespoons of water, and about a teaspoon of liquid glucose. And there we go. The recipe said to dye it yellow, tint it yellow with food colouring. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm going to do my Chantilly cream, which is basically 300 ml of double cream, so just one of your regular small pots. 20 grams of, or is it 30? I'll double check in the recipe, of icing sugar. So that's going straight in. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You can do this with a balloon whisk. Takes a little bit of elbow grease, and we are not going to be mixing it to a stiff peak. You want it to be quite soft with a nice gentle soft peak, because when you pipe it, in the piping bag, when you pipe it, when you force the cream out of the bag through the nozzle, it kind of aerates it a little bit more. So if you've already whisked it so it's a firm peak, you then can almost turn it to butter, which I've discovered after many years of trial and error, that's the best way to do it. So I'll turn this on, I'll get this whisked, and then I'll be back. So there we go, that is soft peak. If you can see it properly there. There you go. So it's still falling. She said. Anyway, it's soft peak. So I'm going to transfer it to my piping bag. I've got a star nozzle in there. That to one side, and then we're going to slice those buns up. Just make sure this hasn't dried too much. Oh, that looks nice. Now what we're supposed to do is dip them into this icing after we've filled them. That's what Mr. Hollywood says. Ooh, these are nice. Hopefully you can see the tear on that. Oh, they smell good. So we need to slice them that way. Oh, look at that. Try and get it so it's decent. So bouncy. Happy days. And I've got my strawberry jam. And we need to spread a layer of strawberry jam on the base. I am getting it right to the edges because I hate when you get anything like this or a sandwich or anything and it's literally like splodged in the middle. I want every bite to have some nice loveliness. And then, now they say pipe rosettes, but on GBBO, they kind of swirled it across, so that's what I'm going to go for. Ooh, can you see that? Because it's a bit, the light's a bit weird. There you go. Anyway, so pretty. And then in theory, we dip this. Come on. Turn it upside down to get the drips off. Ooh. Oh, well, I've missed half of it. What's that all about? I think I'm going to use a knife and spread that. Oh, I'll use it. Yes, I'll use my large palette knife. Oh, never get in the bake-off tent, would I? I'm making such a mess. I think that's going to do it. There we go. Hee. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's going to taste good. So I'm going to fill these and then I'll be back. How cute are they? Really pleased with myself about them. Yay. So yeah, have a go. They were actually really, really easy to make. The hardest part was getting the icing on. Yeah, I didn't really do a very good job of it. I mean, the backs aren't all that pretty, but it is what it is. So yeah, there you go. Iced buns, or Devonshire splits, or iced fingers, whatever the name is that you choose to use. Enjoy, have fun, please make them, let me know how you get on and tag me in your posts. Fiendish Delights. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.